anybody hear me? Uh, Hello. Now I hear you guys.
Hello.
Hello there. Can you hear me? I can't hear
Yes.
Jamal.
Yes.
I don't hear Jamal though.
Oh, he's on mute.
Oh, okay, good. I won't look like Denzel tonight because the lights on in the back. Say something, Ashley, so I can.
Hi.
Great.
Yes,
Now you
I'm
got it.
here.
I hear Jamal.
We can hear you.
You can see me now, right?
Yeah, we can see you. We can hear you. But you're acting just like Julius Hall. You're acting just like Julius Hall.
Don't say that.
You are. You are. I can't even start my show because now he got asked a question. He's like a big brother to me, but that's why he wants to take advantage of stuff right now. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is Run Tell That. And we have special guests with us. Oh my God. We got Ashley Scott with us. Ashley, how are you?
I'm doing good. Thank you for having me. Pleasure being here.
Yes. And then sadly, we have with us Sylvester Formey. Sylvester has known me for a long time. So that's why he can just do what he wants to do. And so just run over. And so then get with Julius Hall. Julius Hall gonna send me a bio on Sylvester Formey and on Ashley. Never we do that on Run Tell That. I'm like, what is this insanity? What is that craziness? This is Run Tell That. And I'm not in the lab.
Go ahead. You know it, but the other folks don't know us.
Maybe not Ashley. You know how I do my show anyway. I'm like trying to figure out what is going on with him, this insanity. But we got to do this right here because some things are happening here in Chatham County. So this Run Tell That, let y'all know, we say share. This Run Tell That is Chatham County Senate, Chatham County centric right now. This one is Chatham County centric because Julius Hall said to me, Sylvester say he got to get on your show. I'm like, okay. I have no choice because we got some things happening right here, right now. It's time to vote. It's time to vote. It is time to vote. It is time to vote. It is time to vote. E-SPLOST. And as it appears, a lot of people are not aware of it. And so now normally, I'm going to let y'all know this. Normally, this is a question I ask at the very end. But then I know who I'm dealing with right now. We got Ashley. We got Sylvester. They're not going to do the right thing. And so y'all know I am not in Justice League headquarters. I'm not in the lab. But I am in HQ and the greatest high school, as I ask everybody, always on Run Tell That, what's the greatest high school in Chatham County and in the entire world? So again, I know the two of them are going to play political with me. So we got it right here. HVJ, Herschel V. Jenkins High School, 1800 East Duran Avenue. Everything begins and ends at Duran. If you want to win, you go to Duran. And so, yes. So we're going to do this right here. Ashley, who are you?
Yes. No, again, thank you so much for having me. My name is Ashley Scott. My husband and I, we own a construction company, SDG Construction Services. We are local general contractors to the Savannah, Georgia area. We've been open since 2019. Just a little bit about my background and how I even got into construction. My father is one of the oldest, over 100 years old. He's third generation of a construction company that happened in Richmond, Virginia. At one point, he was the largest African-American company in the Mid-Atlantic region. So my passion and my drive for what I do, and my husband and I open up our own construction company, comes from home. It starts at home. And it started from my father and my mom and the struggle that they went through. So me right now, walking in Savannah and bidding on projects and building projects as a minority contractor, we've had struggles, we've had obstacles, but me watching my dad get through those back in the day has led me to who I am today. So that is who I am. And I definitely give him all of the glory and grace for who I am today. God rest his soul. He's definitely looking over me, and I'm going to continue to do and build good work for the Chatham County school system.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Ashley, she's been around Sylvester for a long time, and so she's doing the same thing. So go ahead. So Sylvester, who are you?
A little fella that grew up in Cloverdale, down the road here. And my father shipped me off to Minnesota, and I nearly froze to death. As many people will remember, he was the first African-American superintendent of schools. He had 7 of us, and I'm the oldest, so he experimented with me by sending me off to the hinterland. Recently, most folks know me as a business person here in Savannah. Going back, I actually started the business here in Savannah in 1984. Sold a couple of businesses. I'm in something completely different now. But most folks know me. You headlined Herschel V. Jenkins, which is one of the fantastic schools that the district built. But I'm going to tell you, there's one that competes and may even exceed you. Alfred E. Beach High School. I'm a graduate of Alfred E. Beach. For those folks who are listening, I'm a Bulldog. That's me. If you want me to keep on, I can. Or you come up with another question.
I was frozen. I was frozen. I was frozen. I was frozen. And I should have muted you, but I did not mute you. That's why I say, my God, Jamal, you didn't mute him because he had to go there with the blue and gold, 3001 Hopkins Street. Oh my God.
Bulldog. Well, I'm sorry, Jamal, but my husband Eric is also a graduate of Beach, so I'm gonna have to.
Another Bulldog. We got you tonight. We're gonna bite you.
So Eric Scott.
Blessed on this. Mm-hmm.
I started to say I have no love for any of you right now. I'm just.
We love you though. We love you.
We gonna move on, and then y'all always try to do something out anyway. Y'all started getting into it, and so now we're gonna do because you know how we do in the Black community. It's like we say, "Who your people? Who your people?" And so Sylvester, who your people? Who your people?
You know, the people I'm looking out for today are the 35,500 students that attend our local school. They are my people. In the past couple of months, I've been working to try to let the community know that we have E-SPLOST coming up on March 18th. It's actually now. Now, if you want my familiar people, my most popular for me in the family, most folks know, the angel of the family, Reverend Gregory Formey. All I got to say, and everybody knows him, he moved to Columbia, but he keeps his tentacles stretched over here as well. Greg is number 2 in the family in terms of chronological age. And I have a third one, Donald, who's in Charleston. I have a sister, Iris, here. Everybody knows Iris, the Princeton graduate, who doesn't think anybody else can write but herself. At least maybe that's the way she treats me. But then the sister after her is Jenny. Some remember Dr. Jenny Formey in Houston, Texas. A sister, Wilhelmina Formey, who almost went to Washington, D.C. if Kamala Harris had won because she works for the governor of Minnesota. That was another matter. And I think I got everybody. It is Cresswell. No, the youngest is Cresswell. And this is important. Cresswell, as young as he was so smart, he scored all 1560 back in the days on the SAT and ended up going to Yale. Iris, as you know, went to Princeton. Now, all that's going to be relevant. And I ain't bragging about the family. It's going to be relevant to some of the things that I have to express a little bit later about early learning. That's me. I'm in business. I'm a developer here in Savannah now. I keep changing.
He's trying to get me killed. He's talking to the students. I'm like, and I think you got a daughter, something like that. But see, you're not gonna get me killed.
She's so low key, it's crazy. She's a local judge. She's a judge in juvenile court. There's another thing we're talking about the youngsters. Everybody knows Roxanne, another Beach High School graduate.
Oh God.
I also have a son in Atlanta, also a Beach High School graduate. Go ahead.
Right. So he about to try to get me killed by his family. But like, wait a minute, Jamal, just let him go on and not talk about the rest of it. Okay. So yeah. So Ashley, you have the floor now. Who are your people?
Oh wow. I have a very large village. I'm a part of 4 phenomenal women groups in Savannah, Georgia. I'm part of the Links Incorporated. I'm a part of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. I'm a part of National Association Women in Construction. And I'm also part of Jack and Jill of Savannah. So all those women are part of my village. Not only are those women a part of my village and my people that are local to Savannah, I also have some people in Atlanta, Georgia that I call when I have issues, when I have challenges, just to kind of work through things, being a minority woman in this male-dominated field. So my kitchen cabinet, I go in there a lot. and pull out different people when I need them. But my local Savannah sisters, my local Savannah brothers, they're the ones that keep me going. And this E-SPLOST is so important. I would tell you at our chapter meeting this past Saturday, this was discussed and preached on and presented for a good 20, 25 minutes, just getting the word out there. And that's why I love my sisters, because we come together, and when we come together, we move stronger in building the Savannah community. So that's my village.
And so Ashley, again, like I said, she's been around Sylvester, them, and Eric, and all them. And so this is what goes on. I have a method to the things I'm doing, but that's fine. Go ahead. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw this on out here right now. Wow.
For almost 20 years, E-SPLOST has helped support our Chatham County schools and students and keep our property taxes low. Thanks to E-SPLOST, Chatham County has better, safer schools, and we're keeping our property taxes low. All of these amazing benefits can continue by keeping a simple 1 penny sales tax that ensures we continue investing in our children's future. Our community thrives when we invest in it. Let's keep the momentum going. Vote early or on March 18th.
On March 18, vote to renew E-SPLOST. This 1 penny sales tax strengthens our public schools and invests in our children's future. With over 40% funded by visitors, not homeowners, a stronger community starts with strong schools. On March 18, vote yes for E-SPLOST and invest in our future.
If you don't vote, our kids don't count. So vote yes for E-SPLOST on March 18th or during early voting, which is right now.
Hi, I'm Charlie Brown. To all my friends, my neighbors, new school, new stadium, new attitude. I'm voting yes for E-SPLOST, and I'm asking you to do the same. A penny goes a long way, so I'm asking you to vote yes for E-SPLOST.
Hi, I'm Natalie Leggett, and I would like you to vote yes and keep the 1 penny sales tax. Keep it in place to support and build better schools and facilities in Chatham County. Remember, vote yes.
Vote yes for E-SPLOST.
Paid for by Building Better Futures Committee.
So I played those 2 videos. I have another one that I'll play later. And so what's going on is that Chatham County on March 18th, the day after St. Patty's Day, we are supposed to be voting. And so as a peer, I'm throwing this out there to Sylvester, that a lot of people are not aware of that. There's a vote that is scheduled on March 18th. What's your thoughts with regards to that? What needs to happen regarding that?
I don't know. I frankly don't know. There's been advertisement for this particular project. Is the $705 million that we're looking for at least 2 months now. Are we frozen still? You guys were frozen. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now. Yes.
We can hear you now.
Okay, great. Okay, you didn't for a while. I thought so. All right. Why? I don't know. And I don't want to say we. When I'm thinking of us folks over here in West Savannah and East Savannah, whatever. Sometimes we don't pick up the newspapers. Sometimes we don't listen to other media like radio and television and so on and so forth. It's stuff been out here about this for a couple of months. Well, let me put it this way. The Board of Education decided to have the referendum in March 18, in the month of December. So we've been operating at a pretty quick clip since then. Why people haven't heard, I don't know. We're in every media you can think of out here. Facebook, from Signs to Facebook to texts. I have people calling me, telling me not to quit texting them, to remind them of the election. I don't know. They need to pay attention, and especially now. This is no game. This must be. We're having fun, but let me tell you how serious this is, if you don't mind, Jamal. This is as important, if not more important, than any election that we can think of as it relates to our families and our children. We're looking forward to renew, extend the E-SPLOST. This time the 705 million target includes a lot of good stuff. Okay, it also includes an effort to reach out to the other part of Chatham County where there's substantial growth. You got Hyundai coming in out west, and Pooler and Port Wentworth and Bloomingdale and all of those places. They need a school. They need a high school. Okay, we have done in the inner city, I think, exceptionally well in providing updates, renewal, and demolition of old stuff for a good long while. As you drive around the city, you cannot deny the beauty on these campuses. If you've not had an opportunity to visit the schools, please do so. You can see the works and the proceeds that benefit this community. I don't know why they haven't heard it, because we've been in everybody's pager, text, this phone that we can think of. All I know is that I guess bad news has just drowned out a lot of what we need to do. There's a lot of stuff coming out of Washington, D.C., and I'll talk about that in a minute. But I will stop because you asked me that question. Right.
Yes. So, Ashley, why do people need to turn out the vote? Why do they need to turn out the vote, Ashley?
I mean, this is extremely important. I will tell you on a personal level for myself, which gives me a clear mental, good mental space I have every day, is knowing that my kids are in a safe school, that there's these security vestibules are being built. All this stuff is going to come from E-SPLOST. There are definitely plans to go into school and to build these out. We do not know what's going to happen at any day, at any time. So for the mental space for a parent, the E-SPLOST would definitely go into that. Also, it's enhancing the facilities, enhancing the technology, enhancing the gyms, everything that they have currently, and renovating it and making it newer. I know, as me right now, and as my children going to school, I know if they walk into a brand new school, it will make them want to learn more. It would make them like, wow, like this is for me. This is mine. I got these new laptops. I got this new weight room. I got these new lockers. It makes them feel better. It makes them want to be there. And that's what we want for our children. I'm going to tell you right now, I applied for 2 schools for my oldest, and she's on wait list. Number 26 at one school, number 11 at another. I was shocked. I told Eric, I said, this E-SPLOST is so important. I don't want to be on a wait list having to worry about if my child is going to be able to go to a school in the fall. It's mind blowing to me. So Savannah, we have to do better. We have to get out. We have to vote. This is not about us. This is about our kids, and this is about building the next generation for them and their future. So this is why this is important to me, and this is also why this is important to my village, and this is why we are going to get on March 18th to vote, and everyone should come with us and do the same.
Okay. And this is Rontel that we have with us, Ashley Scott, Sylvester Formey. We're going to go to a break. We'll be right back. And this is Rontel Bad.
Need your garments cleaned with care and with a professional touch? Then bring them to One Price Cleaners in Garden City at the Old Farmers Market on Highway 80. Service you can count on.
Savannah, are you looking for some of the best Southern soul food? Then check out Kim's Cafe at 714 MLK Boulevard. The food is so good, you'll think that your mother cooked it. Located in the heart of Savannah, Kim's has a menu that includes breakfast anytime, lunch when you need it, and dinner so you won't have to cook when you get home. They also cater all types of events and can host your reserved event at the restaurant. Come see what everyone has been raving about. Great food, great atmosphere, and a great time. Kim's Cafe, 714 MLK Boulevard in beautiful downtown Savannah.
We are back. This is Ron Telback. We have with us Sylvester Foreman, Ashley Scott. And we say support all the people who support us. Kim's Cafe at 714 MLK Junior Boulevard. Chef Food and Gas at Styles of Gwinnett Streets in Savannah. Don't ride by, stop by. One Price Cleaners located in the Farmers Market in Garden City. Davis Johnson Bozeman Law Firm, offices in Savannah, Atlanta, and Statesboro. And Hot 2100 Savannah and the world. Again, hot21savannah.com. And so we are back. And so we got something else. I want to play this right here. And then we're going to engage in a further conversation. We're just going to have conversation about this. Because again, Sylvester's bubbling over with some stuff that he got to say. And she already got, she ready to roll. She's my sorrow, but I respect her because I know how Ethel Hesman Loud children are. So throw that out.
Welcome back. Early voting began this week for Savannah Chatham County Schools educational special local option sales tax. And as many of you know it, E-SPLOST. It's a 1% sales tax that funds projects like renovations and new schools in our education system. And Superintendent Dr. Denise Watts is here, along with Chief Operations Officer Megan Davidson, both joining me to discuss the importance of this 5th iteration of E-SPLOST. Good morning. How are we doing?
Good morning. Thank you. I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, I'm glad you all could make it. We're talking about such an important sales tax right here in our community. E-SPLOST kind of sounds like a jarring word. We're not sure what everything means. So if you don't mind just breaking it down for us.
Yes, it's the most important thing to remember is it is a very small investment that makes a huge impact and an investment in the future of our schools here in Savannah, Chatham County. It's not a new tax. It's not being added to your property tax. It's actually a tax that many of us pay when we go out to dinner or when we ride an Uber or have a cup of coffee. We're paying into that tax already. And the really good thing to know about it is that most of it, or a large percent of it, is funded through our tourism industry. Mm-hmm. So quite a significant amount of money that our tourists bring in that allow us to build new facilities, modernize facilities, renovate facilities, and things of that nature.
Awesome. It's just a 1% tax, and that 1% really helps in so many different ways and helps so many projects, right, Megan?
Absolutely. So that 1%, that small little 1 penny goes a long way. So on the E5 referendum, we have an athletic complex in West Chatham County, a new high school in West Chatham County because we have a lot of growth going out there, a new K-8 school, the STEM Academy, to rebuild the STEM Academy, and then Windsor Forest Elementary, as well as HVAC and those other important pieces like roofs throughout the district.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned growth.
So we are back, and y'all heard some of the commentary, some of the discussion. And so again, discussing why this is important and what this is about. And so how do you plan on leading the way with regards to this, Ashley?
Yeah, I'm going to take a different direction here. I know I spoke about the school system and enhancing, and just as our superintendent said, modernizing our school system too. But I want to say that this is also going to bring a lot of new job creation on the school system side, but also within our local community and us using subcontractors to build out these projects. One thing that I highly say, is great about the Chatham County school system is that they promote DEI participation on these projects when it comes to the GC and partnering with a local minority general contractor, and also when it comes all the way down to the subcontractors. And so for me, even my husband and I, when we actually build projects or we do renovations on schools, our impact that we're making to the community, or impact that we will when the new E-SPLOST comes out and we start building those projects, is we always look to use local minority contractors because we want to give back to the community. There might be some special off projects where we have to kind of go to South Carolina, those natures, but our main subcontractors live and are in Savannah and work here. So that's the first thing I would say is very important about these E-SPLOST. And, definitely number one is our children and building schools for them. But you have the other half of it, because a lot of people have been saying, oh, these GCs are getting all this money. But you have to understand that these GCs are using us, and we're local and we're here and we're paying the same tax dollars like everybody else is paying. And they're also using other subcontractors that haven't been able to even work on a school system. So this is giving them opportunity to get their name out there to show Formy and Sunny and the superintendent and Megan their expertise, so then they can use them for future projects. So it's a twofold here to me about why the E-SPLOST is important. But I would say the main concern is the kids, but also the job creation that's going to bring is going to be tremendous on the construction side and on the professor and bringing more teachers inside.
Okay. And so, Sylvester, how do you plan on leading the charge with regards to this?
Well, mostly I lead by making expressions in various corners of the community. I have the pledged assistance of a number of the clergy associated with it to get their membership out and vote. We need to vote. We can talk about all the money that you can raise from people and contractors, and that's beautiful. But you know what? Money may talk, but it doesn't vote. Okay, we need to get out and vote. Nobody's going to do it. They'll do it for you. Somebody used to tell me, if you don't vote, somebody will do it for you. And right now, I'm being forced to lead the charge and I hate to say it in the public sphere, but I'll do it. Okay, within the last few weeks, we've had a grand assault coming from, I hate those folks who are Republicans. I have some of my favorite people are Republicans, no doubt about it. Colin Powell was a Republican. It ain't what you are, it's what you do. It ain't like my dad used to say, it ain't where you're from, it's what you brung with you when you come. Okay, so now they are out there now advertising to their membership and others. Please vote no. So they've added a different dimension to this now. We haven't had this kind of onslaught, even for the previous three to four E-SPLOST. This time it's a little bit different because they're counting on us not showing up. Again, we sometimes, and I can say it, I'm old enough to say it now, sometimes we look for excuses not to vote. We got to quit that. Okay, we got these youngsters out here, and Ashley touched on it. A lot of us in low wealth communities, and the school district, believe it or not, I know you know it. They feed these kids, the younger ones. You go to school, you get breakfast and lunch there. You know what? That might not last. Okay, because the stuff coming out of Pennsylvania Avenue in DC, they're throwing a big old sling. It ain't the Musk chainsaw. It's worse than that. It's a bulldozer. And this is something happening now, right now. They're attacking the education department. We're not remote from that. That involves us, stuff like Title I stuff. They're slicing it because they're slinging a wide blade. So I'm going to lead to try to express to the community that we can't relax. We got to get through March 18. We got to go out between now and Friday. Friday's the last early vote day. You can do that. You'll be able to vote at the places that you normally vote on March 18. But I got to lead by telling them that they're coming for us. Okay, Ashley indicated DEI and all that sort of stuff. You know what? In this town, it's a good thing that we have folks who are on these boards and committees that look like us. Okay, so they intend to make sure that we continue to benefit, both from the kids all the way to the adults in terms of the economic value of this thing. Okay, so I lead, but I want people to listen. You said something that disappointed me earlier, and I knew it. I don't know why it disappointed me. They're saying that they hadn't heard anything. I'm tired of hearing folks saying that. Okay, there's something in the newspaper, on the television every day about it. Okay, and we're flooding the streets with information about going to vote. So if we don't make it, I hate to say it, but it's our own fault.
But come on now, Sylvester, come on now. It's the day after St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, I know we got a hangover. I know we're running around with the cream.
Gotta take that sacrifice. Just do it. Do it.
You got to get up and go. You got to get up and work.
You have to look at the future. Think about the next generation. Think about what you're doing it for.
Okay, she said it right. We got people in Ukraine don't even know their way back home no more. Right. Okay, All right. They can't even get a democratic process going. And look like we're about to veer off the road in this country. We got to step up. Now, here's one thing I'll inject, and I'll let you ask another question. There's money that's being taken from us. This money cannot be taken. It's a sales tax that we local folks can do. So we're going to be in, my father used to say, a mell of a hess, okay, if we don't have it, because the school district obeys the law. The law says if you have failing buildings and environments and roofs and HVAC, you better go find a way to fix it. You better go find, then they will. They have other tools. They're a taxing authority. And it ain't the first time that they'll hit people if they have to, real estate particularly, to raise the funds through a bond construction. And we'll all have to pay that.
So one of the things that come up with regards to sales tax, it has said to be a regressive tax, and that it impacts lower income people, low wealth people harder than, say, the person who's making six figures, the person making high five figures, the person making seven figures. So how do you address that when you go and talk about the sales tax? So some people, and you threw it out there, there's some people saying oppose it. And so you have a group with regards to a party that is basically fighting democracy. And then also, but then they use other people to not do the bidding with regards to that also, and saying that this E-SPLOST is a regressive tax that's happening to people who are low income. How do you address that, Sylvester Foreman?
That's a ploy. That's a pure, unadulterated ploy. And it's fake out. It's a fake out. First of all, a tax like that is voluntary. I don't have to push you to go buy something. All right. We know we have to go to the grocery store. We have to do all those things. Regressive taxes, no matter what. Even in the Bible, it tells you, what is that? Contribute that to for this construction of the temple. Every man has a half a shekel. Every man, it was addressing the males at that time. I don't mean to sound chauvinistic. A half shekel. So whether you're poor or hungry or whatever, it's all the same assessment. So one won't say, well, I pay more than you do, so I'm closer to the Lord. No. Okay. You have to dig in, because we spend a lot of money on a lot of things that maybe we need and maybe we don't need. Okay. So we know black folk, I'm gonna put it out there, we've been budgeting and saving and scrimping for how many years over here? 400, whatever it is, whenever we had access to the money, a little bit of money. Okay. So that is a ploy that I see the Republicans playing a heavy card with that. That's the only little thing that they can say. It's going to cost you more than it cost me. No, forget that, folks. Okay. Give me a break. 1 penny. That's all I got to say about it.
Okay. Ashley, you are a link. You Jack and Jill. So that penny is not going to hurt you, but it's going to hurt that person, that mom, that pop, that grandparent. So what you say to them about that, Ashley? Because it's not going to hurt you and Eric. But again, because y'all got the money, y'all can afford the dollar off. Y'all can afford the dollar with regards to that and the taxes. But somebody else, that dollar means a world to them.
I'll tell you one thing. My husband is extremely frugal. He will go to another grocery store just because the water is 30 cents cheaper. So, every single penny in this household counts. And I will tell you right now, when it comes to our children, there is no price on that. When it comes to their future, there is no dollar amount on that. When it comes to making sure that that they're in school and that they're safe every day, and they leave school and the professors leave school and the principal leaves school and everyone that works as far as maintenance, that they're safe at that school, there's no price on that. There's no price on giving our kids the best. And it doesn't matter what class you're in. We spend money and pennies every day on stuff that we need and stuff that we don't need. But when it comes to our children, I will give a penny over and over and over and over and over again, even for someone else's kid. Even if I didn't have kids,
yes,
I would do it over and over and over again. There's no price on that.
So you're saying that this is a collective thing. This is collective right here. It's for the betterment of us all.
It is. It is. It's for us. It's for our next generation. It's for our community. Everybody's benefiting from this.
And let me tell you this, if I can inject it real quickly.
Go ahead. I already knew you about to say it. That's why I stopped. Just go ahead.
I think I alluded to it earlier. You pay that penny, or you're gonna pay a whole bunch of pennies, okay? Because they're gonna have to get this money because the roofs are falling in. You know, all of my siblings, I'm older than they are. They had the opportunity to go to Butler Elementary School. That was one of the first ones in E-SPLOST 1. That was one, and still is, beautiful campus. It was just a building that was unique in terms of the exterior and even the interior. Okay, now that's 20 years ago. All right, so it needs some stuff. I had a lady pull me aside on the street, said we need some stuff in here. Okay, these kids are coming in here, they're leaking over here, and so on and so forth. Help is on the way, but we got to dig deep, like Ashley said. No matter what it takes, the children are your position, and that you support.
The last part you had zoned out, like you got frozen a little bit, Sylvester. You share that last part because you got frozen just a little bit. Your last part of your statement. I guess it may still be frozen. Sylvester. All right.
I'm here. I lost you guys.
Yeah, I was just saying the last part of your statement, because you've gotten frozen. So I just want you to repeat that.
I guess I was talking about the condition of schools, even the existing ones that we built in prior years, and how beautiful they are. The beauty and the quality is there because these schools are lasting. They're lasting, and they're contrary to popular opinions. Okay, so let's not borrow the excuses that others make to try to claim your thunder. We're gonna help you poor folks by keeping them from getting this one penny that you needed to go buy eggs with, and you do, okay? But you know what? We need something greater and bigger than that, and that is the success of our youngsters, okay? School is a protected environment, right? It's a protected environment. If we don't do it, okay? Now, that penny, those folks out there that say it's a regressive tax, those are the folks that want it for something else. They want that penny. It's not going to go away, okay? They got other ideas, and I'm not going to mention them, okay, that they would like to use that penny for. They would prefer that the school system stay away from it, but we can't let it happen.
So you said something. I shared this with Ashley earlier. What someone did last week when we shared some of this information with them, and they said they pulled a picture out to show like a grate at Jenkins. You know, they said, look at this right here. Look at the rust that's right there. Look at the rust that's right there. And so they say, and that's a new building. They said, Jenkins is a new building. Look at, right. How do you address that? They said, look at that. Look at the condition of that. It already, it's not even 5 years. Go ahead.
Wasn't Jenkins. Wasn't the current Jenkins. I heard about that. That was the old Jenkins picture. Okay. Whoever's doing that, that's what somebody told me today. In that you will not find rust like that over there now. I'll give you $1,000 if you go over there and find that now. No, that's a ploy. Okay. I can show you a lot of rust someplace, but it's not Jenkins High School. That's an award-winning facility. We got awards from all over the country. It's been inspected, and they may want to say, well, we put a little bit more than we needed to put in, and I doubt that too. I refute that. No, they don't play with me like that. That's not true.
So what you're saying is what I often tell people about propaganda. So you're saying that is propaganda. So yeah,
it's something else, but I won't say it on the air. It's something else, but I won't say it on the air.
Oh, okay.
It begins with a B and an S. Okay.
Right. That's fine because this is not the rabble. See, they do that on the rabble. We don't do that.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'll be a little bit more polished. I'm sorry. I get in my polished posture there.
which is fine, which is fine. So the urgency, we're saying that this is for families, this is for our future, this is for our present and our future. That again, who are the institutions, who are the groups out there that we need to be touching and reaching to make sure that folks turn out? Because again, March 18th, folks are still going to be having, and when I say hangover, I'm not talking about, say, an inebriated hangover. I'm just saying the hangover from celebration of tourism, massive tourism right here, and that people just saying, I don't feel like going out because it was just trying to get through traffic and all that, because that's what we're going to see happening this weekend. People trying to get around. People are going to talk about that. Again, the throngs of people who are here. How do we, again, what are the institutions that need to be making, as I said, that clarion call to people in the community to turn out to vote on March 18th? Because again, we know that there's a possibility there will not be a high turnout. So I'm throwing it out there to you all. Again, it's just your own thoughts, not to say that you have done the numbers with regards to this, but your own thoughts. So the people who are looking at the show right now, that they can go and say, make sure that it's said in their communities and their families with regards to that, from neighborhood associations on. So actually, who are some of the groups and institutions that you think need to be making that clarion call by telling people to get out to vote, even after, as I said, that I'm going to say that communal hangover from that large celebration called St. Patrick's Day?
Gosh, I mean, I would say everybody. I would say your churches, the local churches in Savannah. I would say the current school systems. If you see parents, you hand them flyers. Hey, take 15 extra, go put them in your church, and people walking out, they'll see it, they grab it. You know, I'll say all of the local businesses around that everyone goes to, take flyers, leave them out front, put up posters, communicate, you know, put it on social media, blast it. Make it known, get it out there in the world. If this is important, this should be the most important thing. St. Patty's, guess what? You're going to have it again next year. It's going to come, and it's going to be year after that, year after year that. You want to drink, I don't know, drink after, drink on the 19th. You know what I mean? I mean, this is something that happens everywhere. This right here, E-SPLOST, it does not. This is it. You sacrificing one night of being intoxicated to have to wake up the next, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. You get intoxicated anytime. We live in Savannah. Go downtown. Go to the bars. Everyone
Dr. Jamal.
Every single business community needs to get out. Go ahead, Sylvester. I'm sorry.
No, I'm going to let her finish. She's got the vital points. But here's the point. Yeah, I'm going to kill that right now. Go now. If you think you're going to be all
yes.
You got until 5 o'clock or I don't know what time, late in the afternoon on Friday, the 14th. If you're real serious about the community, if you're serious about your partying, you need to be serious about what we need here. That's what early voting is all about. For those people who may be out of town or do those sort of things, you got until the late day Friday to go vote. And as Ashley indicated, don't use that as an excuse, okay? I love the Irish. I love what they bring to the community and so on and so forth. Well, we got some serious business, y'all. We need to, and you go beyond. A lot of people exerted themselves to give us the right to vote. Number one, I don't want to go back there. But there are a lot of people who are more eloquent about that than I am, okay? You got the right to vote to make a difference. This time, a serious difference, a $705 million difference over the next 5 years for that penny.
You all notice how they just took over. Ashley was talking, then Sylvester was going to jump on in there, and Ashley still had to be like, she gave her bravado about what needs to happen. And then she's going to say, she said, all right, Sylvester, go ahead. Bam. Didn't even give me
we tag team.
Right. And no, that's what I realized. That's what I know. And that's what Julian said. Julian said, you know, Sylvester's going to take over the show. And he said, I don't know about Ashley, but I think Ashley might try to take it over too. So that's what's happening. Oh, my God.
I brought her along. She's the best. She makes the expression.
We did not come to play.
No, we playing this time. We tell jokes and have fun. We like laughs. We tell the phone, and we started off that way. This is so serious, y'all, because of this great movement, this avalanche that's coming out of D.C. It just added to it. And just today's paper, yesterday's paper, he's got that, what's the World Wrestling ladies?
McMahon.
McMahon. And she's ready to wrestle it down. Where people are so afraid it's going to impact, as Ashley indicated, in terms of employment and that sort of stuff. Mm-hmm. And I have a pet project that I don't want to dominate the show on it. I'm gonna let you ask the questions you want. But one of the projects that they have pledged and they do support that helps with E-SPLOST is what they called early learning. Early learning. We're talking about our scores, and we ain't getting this, we ain't getting that. The answer is off the beat. Early learning. Okay? My old man, may he rest in peace, he made sure we were reading the newspaper by the time we were 3 years old. Okay? You go over there at that school that they named after him, that Forming Early Learning Center. I was over there, and I think I might have mentioned that to Ashley or somebody before. I'm walking over there. They got these robotics and all that other kind of stuff. And after April or May, you're going to see a new school, which is going to be just explosively beautiful. I'm over there trying to work the little computer thing out. Couldn't get it done like I wasn't earlier today, getting on this Zoom telecast. And they said, well, go get Ricky. Ricky comes in, he's 5 years old. All right. He took it over, set it up. All I could do is drop my head. And tears almost came to my eyes. Okay. I ain't that bright, but he's going to be something new. They talk about this this third grade test. Leave that alone. Third grade test that they all test them. Oh, well, we only have so many percentage of them that pass. 20% this. So you start them kids off, they'll have a lifelong love of learning. Okay. So that's sort of a side trip. Okay. But I'll let you continue. Otherwise, I'll continue.
No, y'all taking over the show. I'm taking over the show. No, I'm just here. This is what happened.
We got to go to work, y'all. No. I mean, this would be a horrible situation if we let these folks come and take this. And it's been going on so well for the last 4 E-SPLOST. Okay, we are fortunate. Let me start off again. We're fortunate to live in a town that somebody wants to visit. They want to come visit Savannah. I can name some towns, and I won't, that if they had E-SPLOST, they couldn't raise a penny. If there were tourists coming in, okay, the tourists, they come here 40%, and it's moving up higher. It's paid by tourism. I mean, that's a gift, okay? And how can we even assume we can raise this kind of money? Because people like coming here, and the legislature, bless their hearts, allowed this particular tool to get to where we need to go. And we need to take advantage of it and not let it go away. Because if it goes away, somebody's going to come take it. Somebody's going to take it. They need a lot of stuff in this county, in this city. All right? And there's a lot of competition for that penny. I'm stopping. Let you two guys talk now, because I'll go on.
Hello. No, I was not able to ask the question about the dismantling of the Department of Education. I wasn't able to do that because, yeah, you saw Ashley, and you know she's a problem because her husband went to the beach, and you said what? You said Sylvester's always been like that. You said as long as you know Sylvester. Oh, okay, all right, yeah. No, I have not had a change. Oh, I didn't know. Oh, I gotta go. I know we live. Hot mic, hot phone.
That's good. Great. It's serious business. It's serious business, Jamal. It really is.
Absolutely.
And I know you know it.
Right. So, and see, a part of it that we were going to get into, but we don't, because Run Teller is the little brother show of all the shows on Our Black Media. All the other shows have marathons. They have telethons of 5 and 7 and 12 hours. We just have 57 minutes. Whoa. So, but a part of what you were saying is that, and see, our show, we have the content. We have, again, we do the conversation but something you said that we are dealing with an issue right now, a threat to the dismantling of the Department of Education, which we know there's a lot tied to that, but just putting the fear out there, causing people to not just be numb and stuck right there in the middle and not realizing that it's more to it. They just can't go and dismantle it, but that fear that goes on. And so, again, we were going to throw that out there to y'all to discuss that, but then we know that Sylvester's going to go on, Ashley's going to go on, but then we just give some thoughts with regards to that and how is that important to us to support E-SPLOST with regards to that. And so, Ashley.
Yeah, when this first came out with Trump, I know that he put this in Project 2025, and now they're talking about dismantle education, things of that sort. This really touched home. My mom's a professor, and she was just distraught. She was like, how could, like, this is our children, children from all the way from, daycare all the way up to college. We have to protect them. So for this man to come in and try to dismantle our children's education is horrific. So ESPLOST, the amount of funding that's going to bring, the amount of new schools and the amount of teaching, STEM schools, performing arts schools, and in places, Pooler will have the brand new high school, going to Windsor Forest and, building a new school for them. All of these new schools that are going to be built, this is going to take that dismantled education out the door. It's not going to be a fear on us. It's not going to be a dark cloud over us. It's not going to be something that we have to say, oh my gosh, are they going to change my children's curriculum today? Are they going to take out, the special project that my daughter does every day where she's learning, up, above what the curriculum is from day to day? Are they going to eliminate that? The ESPLOST will not. It is going to enhance that. It's going to make more of those special projects. It's going to make more of the schools to be able to give your children the chance to come in and do what they want to do to get the best education that they could possibly get in this world. That's why I have such a passion about this. Like I said, I have 2 little girls. But even if I didn't have kids, I still have a passion about this. It is serious. It's serious business. And I'm telling everyone, I know we only have a few minutes. Please, please, please get out and vote. And please spread the word. This is so important for us and for our future coming up behind us. We have to set the stage, and we have to make a pathway for our kids and for our youth.
Okay. And you all see Sylvester's going out. So he's going out.
Yeah, he's gone.
But we will share this with y'all. And again, because I was going to let him have the opportunity to share some of this information on his perspective. But I'll give a perspective with regards to this also. That when Brown versus the Topeka Board of Education case comes out, decision comes out by the Supreme Court, you have this rage that now occurs with regards to that. And one of the companion cases was out of Virginia also. Case was out of Virginia and also out of South Carolina. So with regards to those cases, Brown is the leading case name-wise. But what happened, you have a reaction by Dixiecrats and Southerners, Caucasian Southerners, who now say that they are going to fight integration, desegregation of schools. So they're going to fight it. And that some of them, you have some states that go as far as to basically to abolish public education. That they go as far as to abolish public education. And so what I want people to understand, and he's back right now, but again, I'll finish up my point, and then, because again, I'm going to turn it over to him, because he's going to close the show out. That's what's going to happen. But what we see today, and what we hear from them regarding education, I tell you, that harkens back to when we go back to 1954 with regards to the Brown case. And that, again, where you have school systems that are disbanded by politicals, that as opposed to making sure that you see desegregation of schools and parity regarding schools, that you have elected officials who will now say, we will just stop public education altogether and create private schools. And so we see that as a part of the legacy. And in fact, I had some students with me today from Calvary. I told them, I said, Calvary, Savannah Christian, Country Day, Bible Baptist, Hancock Academy, all of them were tied to, again, people not necessarily wanting to see unity, see community. And so throwing it out there to y'all, what we're listening to right now, when we hear stuff coming from DC, coming from Pennsylvania Avenue, that you're listening to words that were simply thrown out there, some going back to 1954. And so, Sylvester, we're going to turn it over to you. You got the last words, because on my show, thank God, I had asked the question about what's the greatest high school in Savannah, Chatham County, Georgia. We all know it's Herschel V. Jenkins High School. So, but again, we don't have to worry about the two of y'all. You already said the wrong information, your wrong answer. Go ahead, Sylvester.
Well, everybody sees it and they understand it. This is no game. I mean, you got, and maybe I'll hear from some people about this. Maybe I will. You got a guy that's leading the country, what's his name, Musk, who wants to go back to pre-1980 South Africa. That's what he wants. He wants that here. Okay? So let's cut everybody's stuff and make them get them bended knee, hungry, can't go out there beg for us. Okay? In a famine situation. That's what's going to happen. You got all this stuff going on tariffs and so on and so forth, nobody's gonna have any money. Okay, but we can have 705 million over the next 5 years that can be a serious impact to this community. If we don't, we'll suffer.
All right. And again, we're so happy to have with us Sylvester Foreman, Ashley Scott. And again, they are making it happen. So we have to say we have to make it happen also with regards to E-SPLOST. The voting is still going, early voting going on till Friday. And then if you don't vote, do early voting, then you need to vote on Tuesday, March 18th, the day after St. Patrick's Day. Don't make an excuse. Don't make an excuse. Don't make an excuse. Go forward, make it happen. And so, no, we are not concerned about Tompkins like that. You heard Sylvester say he don't care about Tompkins. Ashley said that the best school, they don't want a Tompkins over in Pooler. They want to have a Herschel V. Jenkins High School over there because you win on the rent. So again, this has been Rontel Lad. Glad to have you all with us. We said get out to vote. Early voting until Friday, and then on Tuesday, go to your regular polling precincts. With regards to Rontel, that Mr. Producer, you can close us out because you've been having me do all the work tonight anyway, because Sylvester's on here.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Thank y'all so much. This is great, man. Anytime. Get the word out to the community.
Right.
We got to stay healthy. We got to stay healthy. And when opportunities come like this, we can't let it go by. Got to go.
Absolutely.
Go to the polls. Please go to the polls, y'all, and tell somebody that's standing next to you.
All right.
Yeah.
So we're just closing on out. Rontel, check out all our shows on Our Black Media. Peace and blessings.